Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Battle for a Healthy Voice. I'm David Moyer. You've seen me before. I'm vocal coach of over 50 years, and I'm in charge of Vocal Coach Reaction. Today, our host, as always, is Sunny Galt, and she's not only the host, but the producer. And here's Sunny.
Thank you, David. Yeah, so as David said, we love doing these Vocal Coach reaction videos for you guys. We have a treat for you today. We're doing something a little bit different. Before we get into that, though, I want to remind you that David is doing online coaching classes, group coaching classes, to learn how to speak and sing using pure Belcanto.
In fact, we just published those yesterday, and we've already had a response.
Yes.
A video's up there on the Battle for a Healthy Voice. Take a look, and remember, look at AmericanMusicAcademy.com, and then scroll to where you can see the Christmas song that my wife and I sang, because that's how I used to sound before I did the thing.
So if you want to sound like David used to sound, like in his heyday when he was singing, then, you know, join these group classes, okay? And you can check out purebelcanto.com for more information on that. I know we threw a lot of stuff out to, but I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on.
Well, we'll do it in order real quick for you. The Battle for a Healthy Voice YouTube channel, purebelcanto.com, and our site where we teach music lessons, AmericanMusicAcademy.com.
There you go. Okay, so for our Vocal Coach reaction video today, the reason this is a little bit different is we are critiquing an animation, which we have not done before. This is a first for us.
This is our first. I did watch the movie less than 2 weeks ago, and I think, Sunny, have you watched it too?
I have. So we're talking about Disney's Encanto. That's the name of the movie, if you will. And this is really popular. My little girls, so I have twin girls that are 8 years old, they play these songs over and over and over. But David, you think that could be a problem, right? Because of the way they're singing.
Well, that would be a problem vocally, for sure. However, let's take a listen, and then we can talk about the positive. Talk about it as much as I can in a positive light.
Okay, well, let's do that. So one of the most popular songs from the show is We Don't Talk About Bruno. No, 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 no. So,
great beat.
It's got a good beat. Come on, it's got a really good beat. Okay, so let's play a clip from that song, and then we'll get David's reaction.
Okay.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was my wedding day.
It was our wedding day.
We were getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
No clouds allowed in the sky.
Bruno walks in with a mischievous grin.
Thunder.
You're telling the story or am I?
I'm sorry, maybe that go wrong.
Bruno says it looks like rain.
Why did he tell us?
In doing so, he floods my brain.
I will like the umbrella.
Married in a hurricane.
What a joyous day, but anyway, we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
All right, David, so that's our first clip. Very catchy song. Again, my girls sing it all day long. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that totally rhymed.
It sure did.
What did you think about it?
Well, very exciting. They're excellent at expressing emotion, and the song, obviously, has been well rehearsed. Their singing and their speaking is the best version of very compressed sound that I've ever heard in a movie. It's the extreme of it. And compressed sound exists in almost all genres to a percentage. The amount that you do with that is what either destroys your voice or lends itself well to the genre without doing that, like Freddie Mercury did. He made it. He made it work, and he used compressed sound. But one of the, and I've talked about this in another video, if you're going to do voiceovers and you've got a lot of allergies, you better be really, really careful about what genre you choose. Because if you choose rock to hard rock, or Broadway, which is Broadway belt, you're probably going to damage your voice very, very quickly. Because they want a really clear sound. And the very premise of someone who has allergies is the bands have some edema. They aren't like a smooth razor blade.
Yeah.
They're a little bumpy. Kind of like an old razor blade that you're trying to shave your legs or arms with or your face. And so the sad part is these people don't know what they're doing wrong. They've been trained by vocal coaches in speaking and in singing that are with Disney or been hired by Disney to do the movie. And I'd like to tell you vocal coaches, I want to have a talk with you I'll even give you my number, 760-445-9043. Talk to me or just text me because you're missing the boat. And you're kind of like a baseball coach who sees a man with a fastball, but he doesn't know how to throw the ball right. Rather than retrain him how to do it right, you say, hey, we'll run him for 2 seasons, we'll win the pennant.
Yeah.
Then we toss him out, get somebody new. That's what's going on with these singers, and I'm not kidding. I know this because I'm what's left over. 3 surgeries. We're going to talk about that too and how you can protect yourself against it. I have allergies, and I chose to sing rock and even hard rock. And as a result, I damaged my instrument. The 3rd surgery irreparably. Okay. That's what happened.
So I want to talk a little bit about what I heard in this. Obviously, you have
Please,
a
give
very
me your
good
opinion.
trained ear, and I'm a student. I'm a student of David's. I'm learning how to sing pure Belcanto as well. And so what I hear in that is something I would call like a character voice. Like, so when they sing, it's very similar to how they talk, right? They just try to kind of continue that in the actual voice.
And truth is in pure bel canto, Sonny, we talk the same as we sing because you talk more than you sing.
Right.
You have to learn to sing on the breath with what's called natural tensile strength. That is, the bands come together as naturally as possible because of the airflow between them, and you think about the pitch and they come together. Then if you interfere by saying, okay, I want a particular sound out of this, freely produced sound. So I go,
And that's what
You
I
know.
heard. It almost sounded like they were singing with ease, and like it was kind of
well,
a
they're
little
pulling
screechy.
way back on their bands.
Okay.
Just like we talked about, it's been going on since 1834 to 1830s. Started in 1834, 86. Theaters got bigger.
Mm-hmm.
The people couldn't, in the audience couldn't hear the singers, so the coaches just said, pull back on your bands a little more. Well, then when the first microphone came out, which my old boss, Mr. Fred Waring, brought to us, used the first time, first one to use it, when it came out, that changed a lot of things for a lot of people. But by then, the method of compression was dominant. You can't do that. And that's what's sad about these singers and these speakers. You do that for very long. Let's say you had 200 shows a year. Well, perfect example. We just talked about it, Sonny, off the video the other day. I just found out last week that Adele canceled her tour. And the moment we heard her new song and critiqued it, my wife had just told me, she just got released this new song. And she and I looked at each other, Kathy, we said, she sings like that on tour, she'll lose her voice again. Sure enough,
She had to cancel.
canceled the tour.
Yeah.
And that's 11 surgeries. Now, a lot of you say, you don't know what you're talking about. Adele says she's only had one. I went to the team that worked on Adele's voice in Los Angeles, the doctor team. And I saw Dr. Gupta, who was part of that team. And Dr. Gupta, she told me she can't fix my voice. It's too far gone. But I don't know if she was the surgeon on that team, but someone in that team was the surgeon for Adele. And we have inside scoop that if Adele tells you she's had one surgery, well, she has. But she hasn't
She's
told
also
you about
had
the
more
other.
than one.
Yeah, she hasn't told you about the other 10.
Right, exactly. And the sad thing is that if people keep singing with this compressed version of their voice, then they're going to lose it, just like the
Yeah,
actors
it
in
won't
Encanto.
be clear. And
Right.
the one man that's kind of, he's married to that gal.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can hear when he sings down, if you really listen, you'll hear a gravelly, airy sound. And you might say, like my brother Jay used to say, oh, that's Kenny Rogers' sound. He just uses that on purpose. No, he doesn't, Jay. He was a jazz singer for years. And honestly, that's what's left over. So that's what occurs. So and if you want to know the truth of that, listen to Rod Stewart today, because he's still singing.
We should
And listen to
critique
Michael
him.
Bolton.
We haven't critiqued either of those guys. We need write that down for the future. All right, let's
All
take a
right.
look at this second clip,
Yep.
also from Encanto. This is called Surface Pressure.
Okay.
Your eyes doing the thing.
I'm the strong one, I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the crust of the earth is.
Okay.
I move mountains, I move churches, and I glow cause I know what my worth is.
Of course. I mean, hey, where are you going?
I don't ask how hard the work is. Got a rough, indestructible surface. Diamonds and platinum, I find them, I flatten them. I take what I'm handed, I break what's demanded. But under the surface, I feel berserk as a tightrope walker in a 3-ring circus. Under the surface, was Hercules ever like, yo, I don't wanna fight Cerberus? Under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can be of service. A flaw or a crack, the straw in the pressure that'll tip, tip, tip till you just go bosh. Whoa, give it to your sister's older. Give her all the heavy things we can't shoulder. Who am I if I can't run with the ball? If I fall too.
All right, David. So, what did you think of that clip?
Well, again, the show is top-notch. I mean, no wonder your kids love to watch it. I mean, the graphic imagery, the timing,
A lot of
the
action.
music, a lot of action. It's just a great, great, great movie. But the singing is the same thing. It's a lighter type of voice. I mean, it's not as heavy as the one we heard earlier, even as heavy as the lady who was singing. It almost seems kind of half male, half female, sort
Right.
of, you know. But the truth is that it's the same thing. He's going, pulling back on the bands. And if you do that in a young voice that's healthy, well, it'll last for a season.
Yeah.
And then, by golly, listen to Liza Minnelli doing cabaret.
Yeah.
And you'll hear the tremolo that's on one of our videos.
Now, there is another character in Encanto that is one of the sisters, and she has a lighter voice.
Yep.
She's the one with all the flowers and stuff, if you guys have seen the movie. We don't have a clip from that, but is that more of a pure Belcanto sound?
Well, I think it's time I added something to this.
Okay.
Pure Belcanto not only is on the breath, but we talk about if you sing like a bird takes a worm, it doesn't matter if you're trying to do on the breath at all because you're interfering with the jaw. That's why we talk about 3 checks for freedom.
Okay.
So what I hear in that is I hear with her this kind of thing. And if we watched that person live, I would put $10 on it that her jaw's doing that.
Okay.
Because that's how she's getting the sound. Is it a nicer sound? Yes, it's less compression. But to hear the real beautiful sound, which isn't even 100% pure Belcanto, but far better, go to the 1942 video of the Mitchell Boys Choir in the movie The Bishop's Wife and listen to them sing. That is how a boy's voice should sound. Now, I'm going off on a bunny trail, but it's an important one. I've had women keep studying with me and girls, but I had 3 boys in the past 4 years, and as soon as they found out that I wanted them to sing on the breath and I showed them that Mitchell's Boy Choir, they quit.
Well, I was just going to say, it's so interesting because when we bring up samples of things that are as close as we can possibly get to pure Belcanto, we're like, you have to go back to this movie that was like forever ago, to this one section. It is so difficult to find clips of good stuff, you know?
Yes, I certainly do. And because it's been going south, I don't want to say south and be offensive to anybody from the south. What I mean is it's been going
Poorly.
to compression, poorly. If some of you might call compression good. Well, there is percentage of compression to different genres. You have to be very careful, though. Like I said, if you have allergies, use the lighter one.
Yeah.
But learn to sing Belcanto first, and then you intellectually adapt your voice to it. Like, I learned opera, but do you think I could sing Willie Nelson's On the Road Again as an opera singer? Here we go. On the road again, I just can't wait to get on that road again. I mean, would there be bodies stuck in the door at a country western concert? Dear Lord, yes. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to use your intellect. You use as best as you can what you've learned with
Right.
Belcanto, and you go, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on that road again. You have to countrify it. Give it a little, like a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, which is a video we're going to be watching.
Yeah.
We'll be doing next.
Yeah, and Broadway has its own sound too, and I kind of classify this as part of the Broadway
Yes, I would.
sound as well.
And the saddest part is it that lady that sang the lead in Wicked? Well,
She's having trouble.
Lost
too.
her voice a
Oh,
bit.
boy. All right, so you guys, we're talking about Pure Belcanto. Visit our website, purebelcanto.com. We do have a course up there if you want to check out our video course. And then David, again, is doing these online group vocal classes, and you're more than welcome to join him for that. In fact, he's going to do a free one-on-one with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you got to try the shoes on before you buy them.
That's right.
Sometimes they're just not a good fit.
Yeah, so hop online with David. You guys can talk for a little bit. He can hear your voice and see if the group class is a good fit for you. purebelcanto.com. Subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
Indeed.